I think of it this way. It's as a father, it is my primary responsibility to provide and protect my family.
Yeah.
That's my primary responsibility. Now imagine that I'm a deadbeat dad, which I'm not, but imagine that I were a deadbeat dad, and I decided, you know what? I'm not going to check whether the doors are locked. I'm not going to protect the home. I'm not going to do anything, you know, and I'm just going to leave the door ajar. Is my wife barred from doing something to protect her children? Is she barred from doing something to protect herself? Because I have the primary authority, let's say, to protect my family. And if I stop doing that, should anybody else be barred? And I know this is not a perfect analogy, but the idea that you should not have the right to protect yourself, it's almost like, hey, the police saying, well, we will protect you, so call 911. But when we are, 10 minutes away, well, you have no right to do anything until we show up. And if we don't show up, then good luck. But if you don't know and you do something, then we will charge you. That's basically the standoff. And Texas is saying we're not going to be sitting ducks because we have a constitutional right to protect and defend our citizens as well. This is not just a federal right to protect citizens. Every state has a right to protect their citizens, independent of the federal government. And so if there is an invasion, they have a right to protect their citizens. And it just so happens that that particular state sits on the border. But what if it was Utah and Utah was being attacked and didn't sit across the border, and there was some faction of people in, let's say, in some part of another state that decided to start lobbing, bombs into Utah? Utah will have every right to defend its citizens. And so just because Texas sits on the border, and now it's no longer, a domestic issue, but now an international issue, suddenly Texas loses its right to defend itself from an invasion or from some kind of harm. And so I believe that they definitely have the right, and it's not just me. I'm not a lawyer, but I have listened to the analysis of many other people on this who understand the law, and it's very clear that Texas does have the right to defend themselves. If the federal government refuses to do its job, we cannot be sitting ducks, allowing ourselves to be harmed with impunity.